to test him. And he sighed deeply in spirit and said, "Why does this generation ask for a sign? Truly I tell you, no sign will be given to this generation." And he left them and gave the gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord.
My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, jealousy is the root cause of all the sins, all the evils. From the beginning itself, we can see it, and the Bible is the evidence for it. Satan was jealous and he went against God. Our first parents were jealous and they disobeyed God. Cain was jealous and he murdered his own brother. And the story does not stop there, but it goes on and on. And we can experience in our day to day lives. There is a story told of a priest. There was a, in a way, involved themselves, very especially the priest, sending the appropriate priest names to the Holy See, recommending their names. It happened that one priest name was elected, a praying priest, very generous, so loving to the people, and he was, in a way, capable of doing so many things. But in those locality, very especially, the group of Satans were, in a way, disturbed. If this priest is going to be the bishop of the particular diocese, then he will draw many more people to Christ. So what they did, they arranged a meeting. In the meeting, one of the devil, he told, coming forward in a debate, "I know how to stop this priest becoming a bishop. I will put some scandal on him, so in this way he will be rejected. He cannot be a bishop." So the head of the meeting, one who was no, so he told, "No, it cannot be so. To rescue this priest." So the other Satan comes forward and tells, "I will make an arrangement that when he goes out, he will, no, in an accident he will die." So that plan also dropped. So at the corner of the desk of that meeting, there was a Satan sitting quietly, more experienced than all others. He was the leader of gossiping. So when his turn comes, he comes silently and tells the other Satans, "You leave this job to me. I know how to handle this." So he goes to the church. The priest who was nominated, he is on his knees praying. So silently this Satan goes to his ears and says, "There is a news that another priest, not so capable to you, not so praying, and he does not even mingle with people. Now his name is elected." So the priest who was on his knees gets up and stops praying, and he starts gossiping and speaking about that priest. The Satan does not do anything, but the later on the mission of that Satan, this priest takes on and he carries on. So my dear brothers and sisters, I'm just making a point that how much jealousy can at work in our life. This jealousy can put our own people down. So I would like to give some tips. So how can we handle this? The first thing, accepting before God and before one another that yes, I am jealous, I feel jealous. It is not that so big to hide one's own thing because as we are created in human flesh, we do feel. Secondly, we have to recognize that in which field do I feel jealous? When I see people speaking effectively, when I people singing so nicely, when they do good and good works, in those areas do I feel jealous? I must admit that yes, they are doing good. Since I am not so capable, so what I have to do? I have to work on the things which are not able for me to do. If I do such things, then obviously I may not so much jealous about other people. Thirdly, don't compare. Comparison always takes place at homes, begins at home, where especially it is common with the parents. If we are comparing your own children among themselves or the children of the neighbors, then the feeling of jealousy gets root in their life and that will sustain at the end of their life. So stop comparing your own abilities, your own talents, and at the end, start exercising and stop criticizing. If in your life, in my life, if I start exercising our own good behavior, our good feelings, emotions, and spreading goodness about the identity of other people, then obviously God will bless us. And in a gradual manner, we can stop criticizing. And that is what leads to today's gospel that we heard. The Pharisees coming to Jesus, the first verse of the chapter 8, not to seek some consolation or some good message from Jesus, but to argue. What was the intention of argument was not to seek any knowledge from Jesus, but they were feeling jealousy. The previous passage tells us that Jesus is feeding 4,000 people, and that which led these people, the people now chosen by God, they had a feeling of jealousy towards Jesus. So Jesus was getting more and more popularity, and these, the people whom supposed to have guided other people, in a way lose identity. So they lose popularity, and therefore they want to target Jesus, and they come to Jesus seeking for a sign. So Jesus does not give any sign. So today, as we are here, Jesus also not going to give us any sign. But He is surely telling us, stop feeling jealousy. And that will be a sign for today's, as we reflect today's readings. So as we now going to prepare ourselves and enter into the Lenten season, let us ask for ourselves, do I also feel jealous of people with whom I live? And secondly, do I also seek for signs from God for the things? If I do seek, then what are the signs I do seek? Is it for my welfare or for the no disfiguring of the other? And may Jesus help us.
Please take hymn number 74, page number 6.